Why, hello everybody, it's Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician. Just making some more videos for you concerning this Chevy Tahoe 350. As you can see, if you've been following the videos, we've been getting it back together. I've got the lower intake back on, I've got my valve covers back on, I've got my fuel system back together and installed there, and now I'm getting ready to put my upper intake back on. And that's where I'm going to start today at, or at least start this video at, is right there, is doing that. So, man, it's chilly. Ruby, would you come inside? It's chilly there, guys. Brr. Okay, so I've already laid my new gasket in my upper intake here. So right now I'm just going to set that aside because there's a few other things that I want to do before I put that on. Now I'm going to save this gasket for later. This is going to be the throttle body gasket, so I'm going to save this for later. I am going to change out my fuel gasket right here. And I'm trying to come up with a good way to try to get good camera angles. And I'm thinking the stationary camera, sticking it on like the hood or something, is going to be a better deal to get you guys some of the best angle shots so you can actually see what I'm doing and working on in here. Okay. All right, folks, so now that I got that gasket out of the way, kind of toss that to the side, let's go ahead and get this laid in there. It's not too hard. I'm not even going to crawl in there. Just make sure you got your stuff out of the way. Get her lined up and lay her down. Press it around that new gasket. Just lay it down in there. You'll be good to go from there. See if we can find some bolts and some stuff here. Like that new gasket on there, definitely doesn't want to. There we go. All right. There we go. Let me turn this radio off. I got an email recently. I made a great video about something, and I recently got an email saying that because of a song that was playing on the radio at the time, I couldn't post a video due to copyright infringement or what have you. It's a joke if you ask me. So now I gotta make sure the radio isn't playing whenever I'm doing my thing. Okay, let's find some bolts and get this thing bolted down. Get all this trash out of the way for now. Not reusing this. Now remember, this is bought by one of my customers who cracked their engine block by putting water in it. So they, what I'm doing, since theirs is actually newer and actually a little bit nicer than this one, what I'm doing is I'm swapping some parts out since they change out completely. One of them being the distributor. Their distributor out of their old one is a lot cleaner and it's newer. Same thing for the cap and rotor inside of here and a few other parts. So that's just kind of what I'm doing. So how's everybody been doing? Definitely want to shout out to all my subscribers. I appreciate you subscribing and following me. I feel like we go on journeys together on some of these jobs. Definitely. Oh, I got some good news. I got everything worked out with the owner of the 85 Corvette out there. So I've got some stuff that I need. He even brought me, instead of electrical tape, he even brought me heat shrink tubing. So I'm excited. I got fusible links. We got 40 feet of 18 gauge wire for low amp circuits. That had better 13 amps, 156 watts. So yep, 18 gauge wire, automotive wire. That's for low amp circuits, 40 feet. Got corrosive free solder. So hopefully we'll be able to get this thing out of here the next few days. I've been so busy lately. I just kind of working all day, every day, basically, around children and everything else that's going on. All right, I want to get a couple in here for alignment. Alignment purposes. Oh, also something else. The owner of the Chevy Aveo, whose timing belt broke and destroyed the engine, they went ahead and bought themselves a new used, for them it's new, a used Ford Focus 2012. And you know, I'll tell you something, I like those Ford Focuses. I really do. They're easy to work on. They've worked on quite a few of them, even as new or as early as 2012. Ruby, come here. Ruby. Where's my dog? Ruby! There she is. She's right there. Oops. I didn't mean to yell at you, Ruby. Out go, puppy. Yes, you are. If you're wondering why I have a service dog in training, I've been diagnosed with complex post-traumatic stress disorder and association disorder, and that comes from a lifetime in childhood of being abandoned at birth by my mother, and then I was never, I'm gonna say it like this, I was never properly adopted out, and I never knew any one family. By the time I was 18, I went through 16 foster homes and residential treatment centers, and I mean, you name it, I've been through it. And so this year, or the past few years actually, I've been going through some pretty intensive therapy, and my wife and doctor a few months ago were the ones who mentioned that I get a service dog and that I do the training. You know, in prisons they do inmate dog training, and it brings awesome results. And I'll tell you something, training my dog has brought awesome results for myself as well. And she does go everywhere with me, including inside businesses. She's got all the proper paperwork, and that's part of my training, is to train her to be able to be in public and all that other stuff. And as far as being a service dog, the physical act is anytime my blood pressure goes through the roof, or I have an adrenaline dump or anything like that, she's being trained and acclimated to that, and she'll react and respond to that. And she's done it quite a few times now. She's been a lifesaver. So always respect service dogs and their handlers and all that other good stuff. So all right, well, we've got those on. I say we button them down now. And you know what? Man, I was at the hardware store today, right? And I thought to myself, I should pick up some 10mm sockets. Okay, I'm going to start in the middle here. I'm not going to torque them. Just going to tighten them. That's all. Good dog, Ruby. And if you notice, kind of see the pattern that I'm going. Started from the middle, worked my way out. It's not the most perfect zigzag formation, but you get the idea. There we go. There we go. Ruby! She's always right behind me. You're a good dog, Ruby. There we go. All right, now I'm going to torque them down. Oh, missed that one. That's all right. Alrighty. And there you have it. There's your upper intake installed. Done it like that a bazillion times. So, not gonna hurt anything. You can start plugging in plug connections. And then if you buy a kit, you're going to have two little O-rings, one bigger than the other. So go ahead and pull those out. And those are going to go where your fuel lines go. And that's going to be right down inside of there. Let me change the camera angle for you. That's going to be right down inside of here. So just take your pick. Hey, you know what? It's not there. It's either that or they're there and they're hard as heck. No, it's not there. So, you know what, Matt? What are you doing? Ha! Those are not where those go. I'm goofy. I've done this job a bazillion times and okay. Disregard that. Don't worry about that. Yeah, disregard that. Don't worry about that. Those stay there. Those are gonna be 8s. I got something for that too, I think. I think you'll be the one. Special socket. Might be the one size up actually. Which is not going to be right where I want it to be. Where are you, Mr. Socket? Now I know there's probably some people out there like, oh my gosh, this is the most disorganized guy there is. Yes, when it comes to these sockets, let me tell you, I reorganize them all the time. I'm always reorganizing these sockets, man. Yeah, but that's just not going to be deep enough, Matt. Think straight here. I bet you I got something that'll turn that. I have. Yeah, as soon as I'm done with all this work, I've got to get in here and get all this stuff organized. I have to. Spending too much time messing with this stuff. I wonder if that guy's sitting in here somewhere. Or not. Oh well. I'm not gonna worry about it right this second. There's the reality of my show, guys. There we go. So I'm using a 6mm socket to bite down onto this side of the throttle body. And it's kind of working, but it's not. You know what? I have the right I have the right tool for that. And honestly, I need to find it. It's really what I need to do. I need to quit playing around. But I also don't want to spend a bunch of time looking for one tool. I just want to get this done. obviously got ahead of myself. Alright. Good dog, Ruby. You know, a little 8mm ratcheting wrench would be nice, huh? Alright, you know, I don't need to unplug that. Just lay that over there. Grab your pick, get your gasket out of there. Like that. We got a new gasket here, and lay that down in there. And then reinstall your throttle body. Bam. And again, you don't need to be Superman to get this torque down. So just hand tighten it, get it tight, and then give it like a quarter turn. There you go. Same thing for this guy, hand tighten. Get it tight. There you go, quarter turn. And there you go, folks. So there's your upper intake. And now it's time to start getting everything plugged back in. Bloop. Look at that. All right. Bam. Okay. Now it's time to start getting everything plugged back in. We're definitely starting to go downhill from here. So we're excited. Well, everybody, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. This is Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician. Thank you for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share the knowledge. I am signing off.